Anyways. In your neck, on your face, doing something.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am your host, Dragon, and welcome back, or welcome to God of War Ragnarok. I was gonna say welcome back to God of War, but man, it feels really good to be doing this again. You can see now I have leveled up a couple times. I now have a little leafy boy atop my cranium. I am very cute, very kawaii desu. If you want to just skip to when I get to the actual meat and potatoes of the video, you can go to this timestamp right here. I just wanted to talk to you guys really quickly about why I'm kind of doing gaming stuff again, and really just the purpose of making this kind of random video. I don't really have a direction for it, and I'm not really sure what it's going to be exactly, but I just wanted to get back to my first love, so to speak, because I've been focusing on the meta content creation aspect of making hip-hop content and stuff like that for so long, and the short form stuff for TikTok and other platforms and stuff like that, and even the shorts here on YouTube. And it's not that I ever made anything I hated, it was just that I realized I was making stuff just because I felt like that's what I had to do to play the game, and when I realized that's what I was doing, I just kind of started to get really burnt on it. And I just realized that I was no longer making stuff because I really wanted to make things. I was making things because I felt like I was supposed to do a certain kind of thing, and I felt like I needed to please people and please the algorithm and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, playing to the algorithm is what most creators do to at least a certain degree, but I just realized I was letting the meta of everything control my life. So what I want to do now is create gaming content. When I was really into this when I was 14, 15, 16, I had some people close to me in my life tell me it was a silly dream and that I shouldn't do it, and that it doesn't make sense for me to try and pursue YouTube gaming and stuff like that. What I've realized over the past few years is that this still is my dream, and I don't care what anybody thinks about that anymore. Or at least I'm trying to get to the point mentally where I no longer care what other people think about my dream. This is what I want to do, and if anybody dislikes that, oh well, too bad. I let other people's voices get into my head for so long and prevent me from doing this, and this is what I want to do more than anything else. I like making content, I like talking to people and building my audience in this more organic, personal way. And it's not that I ever made music I hated. In fact, music is one of the outlets that has helped me express myself in ways that I never thought I could before. The Pound Cake remix is a good example. I'll put a card up here on YouTube so that you can check that out if you haven't heard it. But it was the first time I ever talked about my mother's drug addiction. It was the first time I ever talked about my estranged siblings. I've done a lot of growing in the past couple of years, and a lot more accepting of myself and who I am and what my flaws are. I realized that it was the algorithm and other people's opinions and my own self-doubt. Those were the things that were preventing me from doing the things that really would make me the most happy. Another thing that was holding me back was really worrying about the quality of the content. Right now, I'm not sure how loud it is or if I've done a decent job at taking it out of the video in post, but I have a turtle tank in my room that drops water quite loudly. You know, I'm in this big space where there's not exactly very great sound in here, but I was letting so many things get in the way of me just doing something I really love, and I want to put into practice not doing that anymore. So this random whatever the heck video is gonna be is my first little foray into getting comfortable being on camera, at least in this way again. Of course, I make content all the time, so I'm pretty comfortable on camera by now, but being comfortable with the gaming side of things and stuff like that, and making this kind of content just because it's what I want to do. So now, finally, hello, if you skipped, or if you've been here the whole time, hi again. I'm Danny. I make music and gaming videos, so subscribe. What I'm actually doing right now is just random stuff in God of War. So I love the God of War series. As you can see, I have completed the Valhalla DLC, so Kratos is his muscular, very pale white original version of himself, and it just makes me so happy to see this in 4K. It just makes me so happy because this series is so precious to my heart. I've played every single one of the games, so we're gonna get into some random stuff. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do right now. My waypoint is actually focused on a rift, and I know I never finished the God of War playthrough that I started on this channel. I'm not sure if I ever will. I don't really want to force myself to do just a bunch of editing for something I'm not happy for, but maybe if I kind of get into the groove with newer videos and the spark reignites, so to speak, then yeah, maybe I'll get back to it. And I know I never did a playthrough for this game or anything like that. I really just wanted to enjoy these games on their own, in my own time. I feel like if there's any series I'm always going to keep special for myself, it's going to be the God of War series, because it's the first video game I ever completed, was the original God of War in 2005, and yeah, I'm really excited. Hello! Stay down! Alright.
You've got him! Master
You've
Kratos,
got him!
What an excellent job you've made of it!
I do not need your encouragement.
Oh no, I've offended you. Oh no.
I think you hurt his feelings.
I hope I'm still recording. Now that that particular anxiety is finally back in my life for the first time in a long time. Oh, here's another one. Okay, bet. Look. Okay. Boom. Hold for applause. Hold for applause. Boom. And boom. Let's go. I'm in New Game Plus. I'm not in the regular standard game. And I really am not sure why, but I never completed New Game Plus when it first came out. I waited until just recently to really get into it. So I really don't know why that's the case, because, I mean, I love this game and I loved playing through it. I think there's just something to be said about, like, not to say this game is necessarily too long, but it's just too long for me to want to go through it multiple times in a row. Whereas the old God of War games, I can go through those like it's nothing. Like, I can play the original God of War 7 times in a row, and it'll only take up about 40-ish hours. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what your favorite God of War weapon is. I'm extremely biased as a fan of the OG series, so I love the Blades of Chaos. They're my favorite. But I'm surprised at how much the Leviathan axe grew on me in the past couple of years of playing this version of God of War. I really have learned to like it, and in certain situations I just kind of get an itch to use the axe. Obviously there are some situations where you have to use it, and that's another thing that I think is brilliant about this game's design, is that you are encouraged to use every single tool at your disposal, whether it's the melee combat, the spear, the axe, the blades. You always have an excuse to use every single tool in your repertoire. So right now, as you can see on my marker currently is a Berserker Soul. To give you a perspective on where I am in the story right now, I am about to travel to Vanaheim to have the Heimdall boss fight. Maybe we'll see that in this video, I don't know. But for now, I'm just doing random exploring, random stuff with Atreus, because another brilliant aspect of this game is the writing of the side quests, and I'll talk about that a little more after I do this here.
Hey, the runic word appeared over there. Okay.
Okay.
Say the word.
The word?
Sona!
Nice. One thing that's cool too about these games being as large as they are is that when you play the older God of War games, it's kind of easy to memorize where every single chest is, where all the Phoenix Feathers and Gorgon Eyes are, but in the newer games, it's a lot more difficult to do that just because the games are so much bigger. So it's always kind of nice coming back to these ones in particular, because some puzzles will actually feel brand new to you again, and I really like that about this game. So, to give you another little bit of info about what I'm doing right now, I will show you guys very quickly my build. The thing I'll show you right now is my amulet. So I have Vidar's engraving, the dragon engraving, the Fallen Stars, Berserker, Nidavelir's Finest, and the Badge of Disruption. I really like to focus on parry, so I have the Dauntless Shield equipped right now, and yeah, I have the Dragon engraving, so I blocks and parries boost strength and defense. This one, combo finishers. I really like the final combo finisher that the Leviathan Axe has. And these ones, this is such a cool addition for New Game Plus. When you defeat the Berserkers in New Game Plus, you still get really cool bonuses, like these here. I have my cooldown boosted by 30, my defense by 30, my strength boosted by 30, and that's really important because I am just 14 over the strength requirement for the dragon engraving. So it's just so cool that New Game Plus gives you so many different opportunities to be creative with your builds and find so many different ways to play the game. And of course, since I've completed Valhalla, not only do I have the young Kratos look, which looks so awesome, but I have the flawless Cuirass of Ares. It's reminiscent of his original God armor from God of War 2. I just recently beat the very first God of War, and I can't wait to go back to number 2 sometime soon. Okay, focus up. Clear comms. Everybody shut the hell up. Oh, this one is too. Okay. I'm gonna have to really lock in for this. I have not fought these berserkers in a long time. Okay, so we don't do that. We don't parry twice. Oh, okay. Yes! Okay. Activate that. I see that square on the edge of the screen. Oh, that was bad. Ah, that was poor timing for that. I was trying to time it to... Okay. So this is definitely an L. I can already tell. Oh, bar! Yes, Hellstone. No! Okay. For my first try, that was actually really not bad at all. So I'm going to have to, like, really lock in. You know what? No, I'm going to... Hold on. I'm going to... Hold on. Just... Ah! Okay. Hold. All right. Okay. Leaning forward, gamer position. Did I just spit everywhere? Gamer position activated. Clear the goddamn comms. Let's go. Ah, okay. This is very doable. I have to... I'm focusing on, like, talking a little bit too much. I gotta focus up. Okay. We could do this. This is very doable. How are you guys doing today? Is it fun watching me fail miserably at these over and over again? I hope at least a little bit. What? He killed me in 2 hits! What? Nah, BS. I call BS on that one. Are you serious? No! Come on! That was free! Ah, that was all my fault. That was just me sucking, honestly. No! No shot! Huh? No way, bro. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I am not angry. I'm not angry.
Another death for King Roll.
And no, that was the one, man. He was off the screen for so long, I literally thought he was gone. He was off the screen for I couldn't see it. Oh my god, bro. That was the one. Now it's gonna take me another half hour before I get that close again. Oh my god! What are you supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? What happened? Oh, my health disappeared! What happened? Are those exploding things really worth that much health? Santa Monica? Stop saying their names, Mimir. I know them. That's what you get!
This kingdom, Lara. You once lived there.
Before I shacked up with the Aesir, aye. Another of my
I locked in, I stayed committed, I was focused, never got too angry and lost my cool. No! No way! How was I supposed to get there on time?
Watch out!
Fuck you! I'm the GOAT. I've been playing God of War since I was 5, okay? Don't play with me on this. Hjarta blood. So I feel like I could use some more vitality because it's my lowest stat outside of luck. So I'll unequip that one and get Hjarta blood. Hjarta blood. Is it, does the accent over it make it a ah or a oh? I said it right. It's whatever. Kind of an expert with the words, with the language. Que necesitas, amigo? Quieres jugar Fortnite con yo? You could.
I think I need new socks.
What has happened?
They're wet.
They will dry.
You know, I just knew you were gonna say that.
Then why did you ask?
I'm really not sure.
They will dry.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
That's one of the things about this game I love so much. Really, the newer age God of War games. You don't really notice because you're constantly doing things in the older games, and they're a lot shorter, so you kind of mind it a lot less. But for, like, upwards of, like, over half of the original God of War, Kratos is just, like, not saying a word and just mindlessly killing monsters. I say mindlessly, of course, the God of War stories have always been relatively deep. But yeah, I have just always really liked the God of War games and thought that the stories were always really good. But I will say that these new ones and the additional dialogue that you get is actually really appreciated. I like it a lot.
We travel to Vanaheim.
Great. You gonna check in on Freya?
Yes.
Glad I get to come this time.
I literally have my water right in front of my
So
screen.
what
I'm such a
happened the
goober.
last time you were in Valhalla? I still don't know how you got Freya to stop trying to kill you.
We traveled to her village to break Odin's spell. Once freed, she accepted that I was not her enemy.
You also missed a highly entertaining moment where Brock was lifted arse over face in Freyr's camp.
You met Freya? What's he like?
Different from his sister. Lacks her conviction.
True. And he's a bit quicker to forgive.
And an ineffective leader.
But his heart's in the right place. You'll like him, lad.
Very cool. I love the commitment to keeping Kratos pragmatic in these games without making him just a huge asshole for no reason. He still has good character development, and I think a lot of that culminated in what we saw in Valhalla. One of the bigger moments where I felt like it was almost pushing Kratos' development too far, but like in a good way, because it made me uncomfortable as a longtime fan. But like, it's good that when we address uncomfortable things. When he said something to Mimir, I can't remember the context, but then when he was talking about it with him, he actually asked, did I overstep? Like, was I saying something that you were not comfortable talking about? And to hear Kratos of all people talking about that is just like, it shows so much growth, especially from the first one where like, and I know it's probably an overused example, but it's very true, the boat captain. And like, I like that he's been kind of a running joke throughout all of the games. Even in this one, he's at least mentioned. But yeah, just really good to see Kratos' growth.
Beautiful. And, wet.
I mean, when I look at a woman.
More dangerous than hell? I think there's another Rum-Tear Garmate over there.
Ah, yes. Peak of combat. Eat your heart out, Devil May Cry. I'm just kidding. Devil May Cry fans, please relax, relax. I was kidding. All right, here we go.
There's a mystic gateway closer to Freyr's camp than this.
Mimir, I purposely. Oh, here we go. Wait, no. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. Wait. This is the moment where we pull out our elite insane weapon. Okay. It might take some getting used to. That's okay. Oh, I love that they brought this back. Come on now. I know I'm losing health, but it's just so fun to wail on this enemy with this weapon. Look it! Even his yellow attacks are getting interrupted, and we parry for the additional rage. Look at that! The Blade of Olympus melts these guys! God, I love Valhalla. I love that this is allowed in the main game. This is one of the big... No, get off. You are not allowed to interrupt my moment of glory. Get off. I do not care how many of you are that have... How... I don't care how many of you there are. The Blade of Olympus melts every single one of you. Oh, but Danny, you're at such low health. What's gonna happen if you die? I'm not gonna die. You know why? Because I'm the goddamn GOAT at this game, okay? There's more? Guys, you can slow down. I was kidding. Guys, slow down. No, it's okay. You know what? No need to panic. Okay, I have to lock in a little. That's okay. That's what we do. We lock in. We lock in. We make it easy. Make it easy. I should stop saying that because it's probably copyright. Let's go. That's how. First try, because it's easy. The Blade of Olympus makes everything easy. I do like that one of the other great aspects of the design of New Game Plus in this game is the fact that it's still viable to do everything, to get every single chest, to get every single upgrade that you can, kill every secret boss.
Hey, guys, what if I let my hair grow out?
No.
You want advice on that? From us?
I guess not.
That actually makes me wonder if either of them were bald by choice or if it actually is purely age that does that to them. Because I imagine, at least in the original Greek games, Kratos was doing it on purpose. I can't imagine he never had a regular head of hair. In fact, even as a child in Ghost of Sparta, he didn't have any hair on his head. So is it actually just like a genetics thing that he literally doesn't grow a lot of hair? Or has he just always shaved it? And then if so, why? Is it purely aesthetic or what? But yeah, I just love how in New Game Plus, it's still viable to go for every single treasure and do everything that you can because, I don't know, it's just such a rewarding thing to still be able to go through the game and experience the story again and still explore every little nook and cranny, hear every single little bit of dialogue, and it's still worth it for you in terms of the gameplay aspect as well. It, of course, was during the standard gameplay, and a lot of it was because you were seeing the story for the first time and you needed all of the upgrades and wanted to see all the new combos and stuff for the first time, but times like right now, it's just like, I still like looking at every single little corner of the 9 realms that I can. And it just goes to show like the brilliant game design that Sony Santa Monica has. And just shout out to their team and, you know, every single person who's worked on these games. They literally have changed my life for the better. And, you know, during some of my dark times when things have not been so easy for me, even like right now, it's just so brilliant to be able to have these moments in these times to still be with my favorite character and I just have so much love for this franchise, and it's cool to be sharing that love with you guys too.
Why do you yawn?
Force of habit, I suppose, since I don't sleep anymore. Although, it's far more confounding that I'm the tired one. I've seen you stay awake for days at a time without so much as a drooping eyelid. Not even a nap.
Gods do not nap.
Oh, tell that to Thor.
Even the smallest moments of dialogue, just, it's such great character building, and I just love it. And of course, yes, I'm very biased, and I'm a God of War shill, so anything this game does, I'll most likely like it, and anything the next couple of games do, I'll most likely like it. Even though I do still have, you know, the occasional little criticism about this game, like, I feel like the Ragnarok final battle was a little bit underwhelming, at least in terms of what I was expecting. And I guess it just goes to show how expectations can sometimes ruin a good thing. But it comes with the territory of, you know, such a massive AAA game. So I don't want to dismiss my own complaints or anything like that. But it's just true. It is true that, you know, sometimes your complaints can, or not your complaints, excuse me, your expectations can hinder an experience, at least in a slight way like that. But yeah, I just kind of wish Ragnarok itself would have been a little bit bigger and badder. I kind of wish the Odin boss fight would have been a little more. And one gripe I actually really do have about the game's story, and I imagine it was done purposefully by the developers, they never directly addressed Atreus and Kratos coming to terms with his past. They said they did it in the last game, but they never really talked about, hey, Atreus, I killed your half-sister and my previous wife. I was about to say her mom, but Kratos didn't kill Laufey the Just, but they never had a scene where they confronted that. Maybe the writers didn't want to do it because it would have been too predictable, but I really would have liked a moment where we get Atreus like being scared of Kratos again. Because even in the beginning of 2018, he wasn't exactly afraid of him, he just kind of had that like fearful level of respect for him, and might have been afraid of him in certain ways, but he never had that, oh my god, I'm terrified of you. And I felt like it would have been really compelling to see Kratos confront that and be like, the one who's really scared of me and running away is no longer just the woman in God of War Run who runs away and unfortunately falls off of the ledge so that you can get that key for the latch. It's his own son, his new found love and life that he has, him confronting that and Atreus being really afraid of him in that way. I really thought we were going to get a direct confrontation of like Atreus acknowledging Calliope in this game, and we didn't. So I don't know, that was just another small little gripe I had. I'm nitpicking the game at this point, but you know, it's just my personal thing that I really felt like it should have been addressed, and it wasn't, so it was kind of odd. Aw, yeah. That's another cool thing, getting the stat boosts from the Nornir chests.
What? Nothing, it's just, we're not far from Freya's wedding site. It was a delightful day, aside from her brother's outburst, of course.
That sounds pretty personal. Think you should go there with Freya?
Not a bad idea, that.
I wonder if the game will allow us to complete this quest. I can't imagine there's a way that it'll let us do this quest without Freya. Because as I said, I want to see as much of the game as possible with Atreus specifically, just because I want to know how he'll react to certain things, and I want to spend as much time with him as possible. Now, in retrospect, knowing that he leaves at the end of this game, he goes away and kind of has his own little, you know, he goes onto his own journey. Have I actually never been here before?
Amir, did you see these settlements before they fell apart?
Aye, beautiful they were. A thriving river community, helping pilgrims on their way to the great shrine. Oh, almost a mercy Freya's not around to see the state of it.
I'm assuming those people aren't friendly.
Probably not.
You assume right, lad.
Alright, here we go. And the combat in these new games is just so brilliant. It's not that it wasn't in the originals, but I kind of confronted with myself internally recently that, yeah, the God of War games did kind of need to change. They were stagnating just a little bit. And it's funny because, and this is probably one of my most unpopular opinions, at least when compared to the internet, but I still think, to this day, God of War Ascension, even after this game, yes, is the best God of War game. And I know a lot of people will think I'm a contrarian because of that, but a lot of it, I just have a lot of nostalgia and personal weight granted to God of War Ascension, so I'm pretty biased, but I just remember getting that game as in my Easter basket of all things, which is really random. I got it on like March 31st of that year that it came out, so barely a little bit after it came out, and at like 5 o'clock in the morning the following day on April Fool's, of 2013, I beat the game. And it's the last time I can remember being so engrossed and enthralled by an experience that just was so special and fun to me that I literally beat it in one sitting. And it's not a particularly short game like Firewatch or something like that, where it's kind of meant like it's more feasible that you can beat it in one sitting. I literally stayed up for probably about like 17 hours straight just beating God of War Ascension. So it's always going to be my favorite of the series. I'm not sure if I want to try another Berserker because we did get one. I'll give it a shot and see if it's doable. If it feels kind of relatively easy, we can take this guy down too, but I don't want to spend too much time doing just Berserkers for this entire episode, so we'll give this a shot once right here. Let's see if I got the chops for it, I guess. And I wasted that immediately. I know it's a little bit of a waste, I'm doing it kind of early, but this guy doesn't look like he's going to be too bad. I hope I don't eat my words. I think that's the worst part about him having those enemies. They get your aggro, and then it's like, what do you do? Like, it's so difficult to determine what the right course of action is. There we go. There we go. Attack him. There we go. Okay, this was really not that bad. I just needed to focus up. I needed to do a better job at just staying aware, honestly, of the fight, really. That was not that hard. And we got him. Easy money, baby.
This king you spoke of.
He's not really a king. Just called himself one because he killed the previous king.
Someone you knew.
Aldis. A kind man. A trusting man.
Leaf the
Trusted
god.
this usurper.
Ooh, 30 vitality. I won't do this one because I just did the last one to decrease defense and gain vitality, but this will definitely be good depending on the next armor sets I get. So that's good.
No, Aldis trusted me. And who I am, I trusted Hrolf.
So now you seek revenge. A dangerous path.
You're one to talk.
I am an authority on the subject. You would do well to listen.
He's right. Kratos is very right. It reminds me of one of the best moments in 2018 where he says, "This path you seek, vengeance, you will find no peace, I know." So powerful for his character and a really good representation, a good way to kind of encapsulate his arc.
Patience is piety.
Patience. Let's see what you have to say. I think I remember what this quest is about, but to avoid embarrassing myself, I'll just ask.
What is wrong?
Please, leave me to my prayers. I await Freya, the great healer.
We know Freya. Maybe we can help.
You are not her. Even if you gathered the mangold, mire, and pone, you wouldn't know what to do with them.
What are they for?
I need to cure my illness. I am doomed to die.
I'd like to try anyways.
Dang. See, this is one of those ones.
But she's already dead.
I don't think she knows she's passed.
We should try to help her.
No point.
Maybe if we give her the ingredients she wants, she'll think she's cured and her soul can move on.
No point.
Well, I'd like to try. She said she needed mangold, mire, and pone. I bet we could find them.
It's worth a try.
This is really positive, representative of the positive parenting that Kratos has with Atreus, and kind of him coming into his own in this way. In the spirit of allowing myself to think, I'm actually going to go after this Noken. He is actually driving me insane right now. Atreus having the confidence to disagree with his father and have that moment where he says, I want to try anyways, even though you are telling me there's no point, like I want to do this. And I know that ultimately if Kratos really wanted to, he has the authority over himself to just say, no, I'm not going to involve myself in this. But Kratos also respects his son enough to say, okay, like, let's do what you want to do. Even though I think it's completely pointless, I see that you really care about it. Because even in my life, like, as much as I love my parents, it took a very, very long time when I was much older than Atreus already to get to that point where I could comfortably say, hey, I disagree with what you think.
I just want to talk to him.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is ridiculous.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to shoot him. I just want to talk to him.
You can't shoot him.
Wait, what? What are you doing?
And I know I'm probably not the best at the combat, especially because I've taken a break from it, but I'm having a good time. That's what matters, right? So unfortunately, my face cam, we completely ran out of storage on my phone. So we'll close out the episode. This is perfect. You know what? This is just a perfect test. We get the best of both worlds. We get to test both styles of gameplay, man. It's even better. You guys get to see this particular fight. I know they're healing because of the Noke and Atreus. I'm dealing with something right now. Oh my goodness, please hit the brazier.
Oh, decline. Embarrassing.
My goodness, boy. That's actually another aspect of the writing that I really liked in this game. The sparing use of the whole boy thing. Kratos only ever referred to Atreus as that once in this game, and it was when he was running away. Just really good, powerful storytelling there. Like, they've grown past him calling him such an archaic term, realizing that it's a little bit more respectful to refer to him as his name and shows the closest of their relationship. But then Kratos uses boy kind of like as a weapon to say, hey, you better obey me and listen to what I have to say. So just more really good writing from the team.
I'm pretty sure we only need one more ingredient.
It is a waste of our time.
Freya would want us to help her.
Freya is not here.
One thing that is a little bit frustrating about this, I wonder if there are any YouTube videos compiling the differences in dialogue between the side quests when the characters are different, because I'm wondering what she would be saying in these contexts right now. Of course, I played this quest with her in my first playthrough, but it's making me curious. Like, what would I actually want to see from her? What would her perspective be on the situation?
Good thing you learned the runes, brother.
And I like when stories really do show you that passage of time between titles, like this one does with Kratos having learned the runes in between 2018 and Ragnarok. Just a really good sign that he learns from Atreus as much as Atreus learns from him.
Father, I think we have what we need to cure the spirit.
Death cannot be cured.
But we can at least make her feel like she's better.
If it will quiet her, let us go.
And you'll notice me pulling out the spear a lot. I have this weird, like, roleplay thing, I guess, where when I'm not actively in combat, I like to have the weapons sheathed, but the only way to have all of your weapons put away is to take out the spear and then press the down arrow again to put it away, because pressing the side arrow on the axe doesn't put it away once it's equipped. Alright, and we'll take you out with this, and we'll just use our hands on you. You get the actual hands of justice! Okay, we'll use the axe too, but we need the health. In half, baby. Alright, Spirit, we have your cure.
Finally, come to heal me.
It's not gonna work out that way, unfortunately.
We have collected the plants.
Could this be? I feel my vitality returning to me. I feel Freya.
She's not here, but we are.
Who are you?
Friends of Freya.
She sent you to cure me?
I'm sure she's sorry she couldn't be here to do it herself.
Tell Freya I thank her for sending assistance.
Man.
I knew she wouldn't forget me.
We will.
Aw, Atreus, the big softy. And then the plants come.
Definitely. I want to see what else is around here.
That's so nice. Okay. So I do feel like the deeper, kind of more insightful conversation would have happened with Freya in this area, but I'm still glad I at least got to see Atreus' take on it and their little discussion about, you know, wanting spirits to be at ease, even if the tasks that get you there are kind of arbitrary. Like, it reminds me of some of the days where I'm really feeling low, and sometimes video games like this one are the only things that can really get me out of it. And I remember when I was a teenager in particular, sometimes feeling guilt that video games would be the thing to make me feel better. Like, man, it's not, you know, a desire to have a child, or it's not your friends and family. But I've learned over time that it's okay if the thing that gets you through a bad day is something that others might call arbitrary. It could be video games, it could be your favorite TV show, it could literally just be napping all day, and that just gave you so much rejuvenation and made you feel so much better that you're able to get through the rest of your day and continue living your life well. I'm not really a New Year's resolution kind of person, but this year I happen to have a goal that is coinciding with the coming of 2024. I'm trying to focus not just on doing well and having measurable success, but also on being well. And so I want to inspire you guys to do that as well. Like, if playing video games, or if drawing, or reading comics, or reading mystery novels, or watching crime shows on TV, or whatever, if those are the things that get you through another day and make you better, don't let anybody ridicule you for that and make you feel like that's not valid. Because I know there were a lot of times when I was younger, and it's funny, we're kind of coming full circle with this video, but there were a lot of times where people told me my dream of doing YouTube was not valid and not as productive as other things, or playing video games was not as good of a thing as I could have been doing. I could have been doing sports and getting my body active, but this is what makes me happy. If something is going to get you through another day, help you feel better, and makes you happy, just do that. And it's taken me so long, and I'll have to keep learning and relearning this lesson over time, but just take that with you. Take that for what it is. It's so hard to focus on performing well in combat while also talking to you guys, man. Put some respect on your favorite YouTuber's name for keeping up conversation while also playing the game, because I promise you guys I'm usually way better at God of War games. Thanks, Mimir. Let's read this one, shall we? Non-violence. This will end in blood. The only question that remains is which side is willing to spill more. The Aesir are not known for their mercy, just ask the giants. Yet our realm is split between those with half a brain and those who believe that pacifism, inaction, will somehow win the day. These Vanir would be kicked in the teeth and apologize for spilling their blood on the Einherjar's boot. We have tried to reason with these, what other word is there? Cowards. They cannot be swayed. They will not help us muster a resisting force in numbers of any real meaning. And so what else can we do? What else but entreat the Sather magics to do what they will not? There are dangers to the old magics, yes, but can anyone say with confidence that they outweigh the dangers of doing nothing at all? Perhaps we will change, perhaps our minds will fall to pieces, but if that is the price we pay for striking back against the Aesir, it is one we will pay gladly. Man. It's not something I face in my waking life. Thankfully, I've never been in a real fight before or anything like that, so I usually am the person who takes the route of nonviolence, but I do wonder sometimes if there will come a day where it will be necessary for me to take action and be active in, you know, stopping somebody from hurting me, and it makes me wonder, like, do those people have a point? Sometimes if you take yourself to a dark place, is it worth it if it really is the thing that protects you and your loved ones? And it just depends on the context. Alright, I think we'll take out this little group of monster boys and we'll call it for the episode. So let's make this fight epic, yeah? Alright, no hit challenge starting now. And I said no hit challenge, not a no damage challenge, so we're still doing good on that so far. And, okay, I got hit. Well, anyways. In your neck, on your face, doing something.
Jesus Christ.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 89 million spears. Yeah! And we'll finish you off the same way. Ugh! God, I love that they don't take the brutality out of the game, even if some of the needless nudity and violence is gone. Dang, that's an interesting perspective on this, Atreus. Yeah, that's kind of true. It's not necessarily wild animals ravaging this place. Nature is just thriving here again. I also will say for this video, even if we do more God of War stuff, in future videos, I'm not necessarily going to make this a playthrough style thing. Obviously, I started in the middle of the game. I don't really want to have restrictions on myself for what this series could be. Maybe I could do it if I start other series, but for this video and these series, I really wanted to get back to the root of why I want to do this, and it's just for fun. So I'll still be playing this game in my off time. You'll probably see me in the next episode, if we do one, after I've made some progress. So yeah, you might not see me complete this quest, and that's okay. So, as our very last little fight, I know I said that would be it, but we gotta give y'all a little extra sauce. We will fight the dynamic duo here right now. Let's go, man. And they're green, cool, so it should be relatively easy. Oh, the spears just bounced directly off them. We actually, okay, fire and ice time. Fire and ice, okay, yes, they hit hard, I hit harder, so what? And now that the relic has refreshed, we can use our baby boy Mimir for that sweet Bifrost damage. Oh my goodness. Okay, I might actually have to use my rage. And I really like the dynamic of this fight with you having to use the appropriate element for the creature. I'm wrecking these fools. You see this right now? Putting up a solid fight. Unfortunately, it's not enough for the actual God of Hope, Kratos. You know what? The fight was actually unfair. I call unfair fight because they started out with full health and I didn't. So you know what? It's actually good that I lost because I deserved a chance for a fair fight, right? Ah! Okay, there we go. Okay, the mystical heirloom has refreshed, so now we equip the hilt of Skofnul. The fruits of our labor from the previous one. That's right, I have defeated all the berserkers before. I was not lying to you previously. Look at the absolute smackdown we are laying on this individual! Dear Lord! Or should I say dear me, because I'm Kratos, the Lord of... I can't come up with a funny joke. Just insert laugh track here. Okay, I'm not very familiar with how to avoid his attacks. I actually did a pretty poor job at that. But you know what? It's okay. Okay. Dang, we cannot break that body at all. Yes, we can. I was just kidding. Okay, and we will use rage to get some of our health back. Let our runic attacks cool down. You know, we have strategy. We have strategy in this house. We have strategy at home, and strategy at home is literally just me using the rage because it's my panic button. Leave me alone. And I know I just wasted that runic attack, but I wanted to take advantage of this, baby! Finish him off. No pause either. We're literally gonna take the giant rod and ram it into his face.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's how you do it. God, I love the old Kratos look, or technically young Kratos. So cool. And it's kind of interesting because it makes me feel like Christopher Judge's performance was a little bit covered up by the beard. Not enough to obviously affect the story. It's still very gripping, even without the visibility of his entire face. But in certain sections, like particularly when Kratos takes down the, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's when multiple runic wells appear, and it's like that circle surrounded by the rocks and boulders. I'll pull up a picture of it on the screen here. But when he crushes those things, you can really see like the grimace on his face, and it just reminds me of the older games, and it's so cool. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this video. Like I said, not exactly 100% sure what this is going to be. Just wanted to have fun and make a video again, you know, just because I want to and just because this is what I love to do. Again, sorry about the face cam going out. Really nothing I can do about that. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Once again, if you are enjoying this, you can like the video, subscribe, leave a comment about any of the questions I asked, or just if you want to see more of this. And I will see you guys next time.